Today we've got 22 tips from 22 real GLP-1 users, folks who have taken Zepbound, Mounjaro, Ozempic, and Wegovy, and they're going to tell you exactly what their number one tip is. Hello, my name is Christopher Durham. This is the Downsized. Welcome. My wife Laraine and I started this channel to do exactly this, bring you all of the latest news and information, the tips, the tricks, the stories, the laughs, the tears. And today, we've got a video that comes from our viewers. So this video flowed out of our recent Downsized at Sea cruise, and I was sitting with 54 folks who had all signed up and said, hey, there's a lot of knowledge here. There's a lot of insights. There was a lot of great conversations going on. So I began filming. And I walked around and asked each one of them, number one, do you want to film? Several of them did not, and that's okay. But of them, 22 said, yes, I would love to. The questions I ask are, tell me who you are, what medication you've been on, how long you've been on the medication, and how much weight did you lose? And then what is your number one tip for someone who's either just beginning or has been on the medication for a good while? So this video represents that. The cruise was a great opportunity to have conversations and meet all of those 54 people in a very real world environment. Not just YouTube. So stay tuned to the end and I'll tell you how you can be a part of the 2026 cruise. Before we jump into that, please take one moment to like and subscribe. And of course, I want to remind you that we are not doctors. None of us are doctors. We are GLP-1 patients who have been successful with this. The patients you will see today, the viewers you will see today, range from everyone who has just started and have lost 20 pounds to people who have lost more than 200 pounds and been on these medications for several years. So take a look, let me know what you think, let me know what your number one tip is. First, I'll give you my number one tip. My name is Christopher Durham. I've been on this medication going on 93 weeks now. I've used Zepbound, Mounjaro, tirzepatide, and I've lost 104 pounds. My number one tip is the one I say most often, and it's the easiest one. Just take your shot. Unless the doctor tells you something differently and you have a reason to, take a shot every week without fail. That is the way to ensure success. Take your shot. If you're on vacation, take your shot. If you're going to a party, take your shot. If you don't take your shot, it will impact the next 28 days. So the next 4 shots. So my tip, and it's what I always say, just take your shot.
I'm Meghann, and I've lost 125 pounds on compounded tirzepatide. It took me 10 months to lose 100 pounds and an additional 5 months to lose the last 25 pounds. My best tip is to just focus on what you can do today to be your best, healthiest self. Think about how you can eat right, move your body, and be the very best you can be today. And over time, all of those little small changes will add up. And it's a lot easier to focus on what you can do today than a goal that is maybe months or years down the line.
Hi, I'm Lynn Becker. I've lost 92 pounds in 11 months on 5 milligrams of Zepbound. And my top tip would be find a good support system. And if you don't have a good support system, you need to watch the Downsized and watch all their videos because they become like family and they will teach you everything you need to know.
My name's Dennis Sheridan. I take Zepbound, currently on 12.5, and I've lost 133 pounds in the last 10 months. My advice would be, if you're hesitant about it, just do it. Start taking it. It will work. It does work if you're compliant with it. So for me, I log my calories, everything that I eat. I know it's not fun, but I have a strict calorie limit, and I've had a lot of success doing that. I definitely recommend it.
Hey, my name is Barb Herrera, and I am with Health at Any Cost. And I started 3 years ago and weighed 405 pounds, which in UK is 28 stone. And today, 3 years later, I weigh 125 pounds, which is 8 stones, which is just absolutely crazy. I am on Mounjaro, 15 milligrams. I was on Trulicity first, now Mounjaro for 2 years, have been on 15 milligrams for almost that 2 years, 20 months out of the 24 months. And my tips, Stop eating fast food. No fast food. Just go cold turkey. And then also in that as well, no Uber Eats, no takeaway, no. And those are the things that help me the absolute most. I have not had fast food in those 3 years. I had no Uber Eats in those 3 years. And I know that that is both of those things have been some of the biggest help in my weight loss. And those are my tips.
My name is Taisha.
And how much weight have you lost and how long did it take?
57 pounds. It took 25 weeks.
And what medication are you using?
I am using Zepbound. Started at 2.5 milligrams and topped at 5 milligrams. It is very important to know that your journey is your journey. And so something I always say is we can share our journeys, but we should never compare them. Yours is not going to look like anyone else's. It's yours and it's personalized. You got this. I have a YouTube channel. I have been creating videos. It's called Simply Taisha. I've been making videos since week 4. So I'm at week 70 now. So there are a lot of weeks for you to see how I started and where I am now. And I've been in maintenance since it's been almost a year now.
My name is Mark Clements. I've been on this weight loss journey for 71 weeks. I take compounded trizepatide. I've lost 201 pounds. Well, I would say you don't have to be perfect. I have certainly not been perfect on this journey. You have to learn to live your life, and this is my new life. So take the shot, try to focus on protein, and don't compare yourself to anybody else. It's your own journey.
Hi, my name is Mindy. I have been on Mounjaro for 15 months. I'm on 7.5 right now. I am down 103 pounds. And my tip is to find your community. I've found mine here with the Downsized and my Downsized family.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I am 13 weeks into my journey, so I'm relatively new here. I'm just getting started. I have lost 26 pounds as of now, and I'm taking Zepbound. I am so excited because this has been a life-changing experience like it has been for so many people. What I'd like to share is that my experience with my medical professional has been one of, I needed to learn how to advocate for myself, because I've learned that I started off with my primary care physician and realized that they're good at a lot of different things, but they weren't necessarily experts when it came to what I needed for my weight loss journey. And so I moved on to seek out a doctor that specialized in obesity medicine, and that has made a huge difference in the care that I have received. I've also paired that with advocating for myself. So I just want to encourage anybody out there to do as much research as you can, and nobody knows their body as well as you do. So just remember that tip.
I'm Beth from Ohio. I started in March of 2023. And I'm still currently on my journey. We're not quite sure where I'm going to land, but I've lost 40 pounds. And I'm on tirzepatide, currently on 7.5 milligrams. My tip would be find yourself a good seamstress, because you're going to have that favorite outfit or two that you're going to want to take with you during this journey and have altered.
I'm Stacey Jackson. I'm currently on 15 milligrams tirzepatide.
And what's your YouTube handle?
African and Blessed to Travel.
So we see you all the time on the channel. How much weight have you lost?
I've lost 55 pounds.
And how long?
I started July of 2024.
All right.
My biggest tip probably would be to start in the beginning with trying to change parts of your lifestyle if you haven't changed them. Not restricting food, just eating cleaner food, healthier food, exercising. I make sure I get at least 10,000 steps a day. And doing some strengthening. Yeah. I have some free weights at home, and I do that at home.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Debbie, and I have lost 76.6 pounds on Zepbound.
How long did it take?
It took 53 weeks so far.
So what tip would you give somebody who either is thinking about it or is already on it?
My biggest tip would be learn what works for you. There are certain things that I can and cannot eat the first 2 days after I take my shot, and I found that out through trial and error. And so listen to your body, figure out what works for you. It's going to be different for everyone.
My name is the Mel B. B stands for Bethel, and I am on Zepbound, and I started my journey in March of 2024, March 20th to be exact, and I lost a total of 37 pounds. My tip would be just start, first of all. Do not delay. Also focus on your protein. Do not overcomplicate things. Focus on strength training and just be happy and enjoy the process.
I'm Sandy. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's been about 10 months that I've been on this journey. And my advice is that if you do it, share it with everybody, because somebody shared it with me when I asked a friend how she was losing her weight. And she shared with me, and she's been sharing with me all the time. And it really, really helped me. I don't know if I would have done it otherwise. And thank you, Laraine.
How much weight have you lost?
50 pounds.
Congratulations.
My name is Donelle Thomas. I have lost 88 pounds, and I started out at 269.
And what medication have you been using?
Zepbound. Once you start, don't stop. It will work.
I'm Gina Lebenz. I have been on Mounjaro for 76 weeks. I have lost 42 pounds so far. And my tip is this. When you titrate up, or if you go someplace on vacation where you're going to be eating something different than you normally do, you have to pack some tummy medication. Find out from your pharmacist which over-the-counter thing you can take with your current medications. For me, Hepcid Complete and a Gas X will keep me from getting a Mounjaro spanking, which is extreme nausea and other things that can come out at both times. But if you have a Pepcid Complete, for me, if I have a Pepcid Complete and a Gas X, I'm good to go. And it will stop a Mounjaro spanking in its tracks. So that's my tip. My YouTube channel is Anchor Moments, and I go live every Monday when I give myself my shot, and I do live Q&A.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tywanna, and I have been on Mounjaro since October 2023. I started off on Mounjaro to lower my A1C, and thus far I have lost 43 pounds. My tip is don't get so fixated with the number on the scale. It is just one data point. Think about how you're improving your health from the inside. Think about how you can be enjoying yourself and spending more time with family. And most of all, how you feel, how your clothes fit. So my tip is don't get so stuck on the number on the scale.
I'm Valerie Fitzwater. I started January 1st, been about 25 this week. I'm down 20, and then can take 2 more. Start now and keep going and don't quit. Take the shot.
My name is Diana, and I started on this journey last year. First, I started out with Fitness Pal and counting my calories. I did lose some weight with that, but it was slow. And then I started with Trizipatide, the compound, and I lost weight with that as well. And now I'm taking Mounjaro 2.5. I just started that like a month or so ago, and I'm still losing weight. I have lost a total of over 40 pounds. And my tip is to eat small, frequent meals
because I've been really sick. Small, frequent meals, and make sure you get enough protein so that you don't lose so much muscle mass.
Hi, my name is Laraine Durham. I've lost 50 pounds on compounded tirzepatide. It took about 6 months. And my number one tip would probably be to stop using coffee creamer and instead use a protein shake in your coffee in the morning.
My name is David Jennings.
And so I know you're not on the medication, but your wife is. So tell us about that.
Yes, she is. Beth has been on GLP-1 since March of 2024.
What tip would you give supportive spouses out there?
I would say do not underestimate the concept of food noise. That as someone who hadn't experienced food noise, I don't think I fully understood it until this latest chapter in Beth's journey, that this, which just sort of symbols going off in her head all the time of a conflict about food that was immediately eliminated when she went on the GLP-1. And I really, as someone who was trying to support her in that, it really helped me to understand more fully what she had been facing all these years about just food noise in her head, sort of constant conflict about food. So if you're a supportive spouse, don't underestimate food noise, because in my opinion, the elimination of food noise is maybe a bigger change in your life than the weight loss.
That was our 22 tips for GLP-1 users from 21 real GLP-1 losers who have lost more than 1,300 pounds combined. If you're curious, the total amount of weight lost by cruisers with us on this year's GLP-1 Downsized cruise was more than 1 ton, so more than 2,000 pounds. It's an amazing opportunity to meet people just like you who are on these medications and trying to make their life better. If you'd like to join us for next year's Downsized at Sea cruise, it will be June 4th through June 8th. We'll be sailing out of Miami, Florida on the Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas. It will go from Miami to their private island, a perfect day at Coco Cay. If you've ever watched a Royal Caribbean commercial, seen the big snazzy island, that's where we're going. And then we will go from there to Nassau, Bahamas. It will include meet and greets. We'll film a live stream from there. We'll do all sorts of activities. We'll eat dinner together each night. So it's a great opportunity for you to not only see us, but meet hopefully 50, 100 other GLP-1 viewers and Downsized members part of this community. So we hope to see you there. If you'd like to register for that, you can go to thedownsized.org, click on the cruise tab, and it will take you and tell you more about the cruise, and you can reach out to our travel advisors, Kelly and Roberta. All right. That's been our show for this week. Let me know which one was your favorite, or if you have your own favorite GLP-1 tip, please leave it in the comments. As always, please make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Christopher Durham, and we are The Downsized. So what would your biggest tip be for somebody who's either on the medication or thinking about being on the medication?
This medication is life-changing, and you have to change your life. So just take your shot, make sure you're eating in a way that supports your health, make sure you're moving your body. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but the lifestyle change plus the medication, you'll be good to go.